Hey guys, so this is Sam back for round two. So our opponent mulligan is 6 on the play. We're on the draw. This isn't the fastest hand for punishing a mulligan, as we do have a lot of 2-drops, but because we have a lot of 2-drops, we do have 2 draw steps to get one. And even if we don't, I feel like Elite Skirmisher, being able to Ordeal, make a creature not block, attack, Titan Strength, the creature not block, Scry, like I think that could be good. So I think this may be good enough to punish a mulligan, and so I'm going to keep it. That being said, there are definitely situations in which this hand would not be fast enough to punish a mulligan, but he's on the play, and we have a very high density of 2-drops that we can play with. We even have 1 or 2 1-drops to draw, so that's actually the one thing I dislike about this deck. It needs a favorite Hoplite, or maybe a Hopeful Eidolon, or something of the sort. It just needs a 1-drop to be able to play consistently, because, you know, attacking for 2 with an Ordeal on turn 2 is so good, or if it's a Hopeful, or if it's a favorite Hoplite, like being able to attack for 3 on turn 2, 4, you know, that it's just so strong. So, yeah, I mean, that's most likely what this deck lacks. So our opponent leads off with a Black Source here, which is relatively concerning, because we really don't want to get blown out by black removal, but if we can't help it, we can't help it here. That is not a 2-drop. That does not help us beat him down. That is a 2-drop, however, and that does help us beat him down. So good play there. We should be able to attack for 6 next turn is the game plan. So he does something that would... Yeah, okay, that's fine. So, are we still attacking for 6? I believe so. If he wants to trade with the Shaman, and that's okay with us. So I think we're still attacking here, and he may just bounce and take 4. Nope, he's just going to straight up trade. Alright. So we're going to, kind of try to get him here, I think. We're going to play this, and then I think make him think that we just want to trade. And then hopefully he'll fall for the Titan Strength. That's the goal anyways, yep. And so it takes an extra card out of our hand, but we get him. We definitely don't want that Plains, so that's good. Alright. So now he's a little behind. We have a Skirmisher we're still going to be able to play him. I guess he has 1 or 2 more threats in his hand. And then after that it's pretty tough for him. Just my guess. So, Spear Point Oriad is definitely sweet. Alright, so, yep, he can block the Cyclops. He can block if he chooses. Perfectly fine. It's a very good mold of 6, by the way. He's just had... Wow, that's just another creature that's just straight gas. Like a very good mold of 6. Especially on the play. So ideally next turn, we get to another land, bestow, and then get him down to 10. And then from there, we can probably glimpse our way to a win somehow. So that's the goal right now. I'm not sure how we're going to get there. Yep, that's fine. I think he kind of knew that it was going to be too easy to get past there. So land would be okay. Yep, it's perfectly acceptable. We're going to bestow here, and then that way we get to tap down the Spear Point Oriad, so our Lagona Ban Elder could possibly trade for his Cyclops, if he so wants it to. Or does he just have the cold hard removal spell? classic. Alright, well, we definitely don't have enough damage on him right now to be able to do anything big. We have the one card advantage. We still, of course, want to attack here. Or ideally hoping to draw like a Wingsteed Rider. And then, or like a Chosen by Heliod would be really good. He gets to pump here though, which he's going to do. Yup, he gets to a Monstrosity. Wow, Fall of the Hammer is actually just gas right now. This do damage to that. And then just get in for 5. What is happening? I want this to attack. Sweet. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's like my internet connection, but sometimes something's a little buggy on here. So, I don't know. So we have a few options. Like, if he doesn't attack and doesn't play anything, then we can just... Alright, so that's fine. Yeah, so we can just go straight for the win here. Alright, yeah, so I'm fine with taking 7 here. If we draw anything that does 2 damage, we can just win the game. Such as that. So we get to tap this. Tap that, and that. Okay. Pay 2x. Heroic trigger, sweet. We would gladly put that on the bottom. Get in for 7. And on to game 2. Alright, so that was very close. Lots of big monsters. I'm not really sure how we're going to deal with that. Nothing that we were able to get with our Rhea Dissolution, and nothing with the Glare of Heresy. So we could go a bit bigger. But I don't think we can outclass him, so to speak. We can also go at like the 2-headed Cerberus plan. If we maybe had more than one, we'd stay on that plan. But I still think we just have to out-aggressive him here. I mean, we didn't see any kill spells. Or we did see Magma Jet, so I guess we have to be careful of that one. But I think besides that, this is the way to go. Alright, I'll submit this. See you guys for game 2. Alright guys, this is actually a difficult decision. He's kept 7 on the play. If we draw a Plains, this hand's very good. Or if we draw a red 2-drop, unfortunately we only have Raiders. I think this is close enough that we can actually get there though, so I'm going to keep it. Like, Titan Strength is so good with Oriad that I think we just keep it. And of course we draw a white 2-drop, which is not what we needed. So we have such explosive draws. Oh, okay, so it doesn't matter. I was going to say, we have such explosive draws that maybe if he doesn't Magma Jet here, I don't think he has it. Maybe it doesn't matter, but... Alright, perfect. So it's actually exactly what we wanted, because now we get to Fearsome Temper and Bash for 4. This could end up being a pretty quick game if he lets us get out of hand. We're now out of Magma Jet range with everything we saw, and he seems to be stuck on red. Although, to be fair, all we saw in black was Timerit, so he could be primarily red. Although, the only burn he can have in red that can touch us at this point is double burn spells or Rage of Perforos. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Just going to play the Snarecaster, I guess. Tap this. So we should have Spear Point up at some point. So if we make that 8 this turn, he goes to 8, and then our thing's at 5, and then any 2 damage spell wins. Alright. Alright, that's fine. Now he has black, so that turns on Lash of the Whip as removal. Yep, the Rage, just as we had suspected. Not exactly what we want, so we'll bottom that. Like, we really just don't want to lose out of the blue here. And that should prevent us from doing so. So we could have double Titan Strength here. And we have Spear Point Oriad. I think I just take it and risk it. Yeah, I think he knows he's dead. Alright, sweet. So now he has to have double Lightning Strike. Cerberus. And... yep, that is going to be game. Again, I don't think he can have 2 removal spells that deal with 5/5s. So I think he's just dead. That was fairly quick. Yes, so once again, this is Sam from the Grid Games. Hope you guys are enjoying all this. All the videos I'm making for you guys. As always, comments, questions, concerns. Always open for all that, to have conversation with you guys. That's the best. Also, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment on this video. That just makes me more willing to put out more content for you guys, which I think you enjoy, so that should be good. As always, there should be some kind of playlist or a link in the description to the next one. So I hope you guys are sticking around for that, and I will see you for round 3.